Hello, guys. How are you? Hope you are doing well and busy with your preparation. Okay, to reach your destination, right? Well, very good, guys. Okay, keep it maintained. Don't compromise with your education. Anyway, guys, today we are gonna discuss about one of the important topics, and most of the students are having the confusion over here in electrochemistry. Okay, so in the electrochemistry, one of the topics is there. Okay, electrolysis process. Okay, what is electrolysis? Okay, let me tell you that. Generally, electrolysis. Okay, see guys here, electrolysis. Okay, the word. Okay, this is okay having the two words actually. Okay, two words are there. What are the two words here? Electro means electricity, current. Okay, lysis means cleavage. So generally, guys, okay, breaking a molecule by passing the electricity is generally electrolysis process. Now in the electrolysis process, what is happening here? Let us see that. Okay, let me tell you with a one simple example, well-known example here. So for example, here see, if you do electrolysis of the sodium chloride, okay, if you do electrolysis of sodium chloride, what happens, guys? Here sodium chloride will be there. So take this sodium chloride and subject it to the electrolysis. Okay, electrolysis. So guys, here see, when you subject it to the electrolysis, in which form, that is important. So suppose consider we are taking the sodium chloride in molten state, or in fusion or fused. Okay, fused form. Okay, molten state or in fused form. Then what happens? Let's see that. So during this, what are the products we are getting here? That is what we have to, our topic is about this one only. Okay, so how to identify the products, at anode and cathode electrodes in electrolysis process. This is our topic today. Okay, so here guys, I would like to tell you some basics first. Okay, just let us complete the basics fatafat. Okay, suppose here see, during electrolysis process, what we will do is, okay, we will take one cell. Okay, it is consist of one electrolytic solution. Okay, electrolyte. Okay, it is consist of electrolyte. So here we are taking this electrolyte as a molten sodium chloride. Okay, we are taking as a electrolyte, and here we have to immerse the two electrodes. Consider this is one of the electrodes. Okay, called as a consider it is as an anode electrode, and another electrode we have to immerse here. This is considered as a cathode electrode. Okay, generally metal rods. Okay, we can take as a metal rods or metal plates can be taken as a electrodes, and we should connect it to the external electrical source called as a battery. Okay, in which what happens, guys, here? Okay, so here are the two electrodes. What are the two electrodes? One of the electrodes is a anode electrode. Okay, another electrode is a cathode electrode. Now the basic thing is, guys, here see, okay, here electrolyte is sodium chloride we are taking now. How the sodium chloride will be ionized here? Sodium chloride can be ionized as sodium ion and chloride ion. So whereas sodium ion is a cation, okay, cation, and chloride ion is a anion. Now here see, what happens is, okay, the anion migrates towards the anode. In electrolysis process, remember the basic thing is a anion migrate towards the anode. Okay, at anode, anion migrate towards the anode and can undergo some oxidation. Anion, okay, migrates towards the anode, undergoes oxidation. This is a very basic thing. And cation migrates towards the cathode, undergoes a reduction. Okay, reduction. So that means, okay, this is a cell where, okay, where it is consist of two metal plates called as electrodes. One of the electrodes is an anode, another electrode is a cathode. So anions are migrates towards the anode because anion carrying the negative charge, anode carries a positive charge here, and cathode carries a negative charge here. Cation carries a positive charge. So oppositely charged ions. So here anion is carrying the negative charge, anode is carrying the positive charge. Therefore, this negatively charged particle migrates towards a positive electrode, that is called as an anode. And cation is carrying the positive charge, cathode carries a negative charge. So therefore, the positively charged ion migrates towards a oppositely charged electrode called as a cathode. And what happens there? The negatively charged ion loses a negative charge. So that means the negative charge is due to the presence of extra electron, it loses an electron. So loss of electron is called as a oxidation. Similarly, the cation will lose a positive charge. How it loses a positive charge? By gain of electron. So the process of gaining electron is called as a reduction. So that is the reason why, okay, at anode electrode, oxidation is taking place. At cathode electrode, reduction is taking place. So this is a very basic information we should know about electrolysis process. Now let us discuss about the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride. Okay, now, so if you discuss about the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride, let's see what are the products are produced at anode and cathode electrode. Okay, guys, right. Okay, well, guys, let us take a sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. So it is there in molten state. Okay, molten state means which is in the melt form. Okay, melt form. So take the pure sodium chloride salt and heat it at high temperature without adding any water and etc. So that what happens, the solid sodium chloride will be melt. That is called as a molten sodium chloride. So how it will be ionized? It will be ionized as a sodium ion and chloride ion. Next, what happens, guys, here? So here sodium ion is a cation and chloride ion is a anion, right? So now where the anions will migrate? Anions are migrates towards anode. So let us write the reaction at the anode. So my advice is that better you write, okay, and oxidation reactions at anode first, so that your answer will be clear and easy to understand. Okay. So at anode, what are the reactions are taking place? At anode, anion will migrate, that is chloride ion. So chloride ion is migrating towards anode electrode. Okay, now, so this chloride ion, okay, undergoes oxidation. Chloride ion undergoes oxidation to produce okay, chlorine gas. Okay, it is producing the chlorine gas by releasing electron. Okay, now, right. Next, what happens? Okay, let us see the reaction at a cathode electrode. Reaction at a cathode electrode. At cathode electrode, generally what happens, guys? Here we know that, okay, cations are migrates towards a cathode electrode. So what is a cation we have here? Sodium ion is a cation. Correct? Huh? So this sodium ion, okay, this sodium ion will gain the electron. Will gain the electron. Where from the electron is coming? So generally, at anode electrode, okay, this is anode, okay, electrons are releasing. So these released electrons are migrates towards cathode electrode. These electrons will migrate towards cathode electrode. Okay, now, so now this will be, okay, this plate will be accumulated by the electrons. Okay, electron density will be more here. So therefore, the cation will migrate onto this electrode. So the cation is gaining the electron, okay, gaining the electron, and by gaining electron, it can be reduced. It can be reduced. So these are the products we are getting. Now, if you write the overall reaction, net reaction, if you write net reaction, how will be the net reaction we can write? So here, the same particles towards reactant and the product side will get cancelled now. So electron can be cancelled. And what left here? So when you take the sodium chloride, okay, when you take the sodium chloride, so in which sodium ion and chloride ions are there, which are there in the molten state, and when you subject it to the electrolysis, okay, here chlorine gas is liberating and sodium metal is depositing. So where the chlorine gas is liberating? Chlorine gas is liberating at anode electrode and sodium is depositing at a cathode electrode. So this is the general phenomenon, okay, which is taking place in electrolysis process. Okay, now clear now? Now let me tell you some important examples here. Okay, right, guys. Well, guys, now let us take another solution, okay, another electrolyte. So that is electrolysis, okay, that is electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride solution. Okay, aqueous sodium chloride solution. Let us see how will be the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride solution. Okay, now, so guys, here see the most important thing. I'm giving you hint. If aqueous is also there, aqueous solution means water will also be there. So in the sometimes what happens is water will also take part in the electrolysis process. You guys must understand and remember here. Okay, now let us see here. So guys, what are the components present here? The compounds are sodium chloride. So whereas sodium chloride will be ionized as a sodium ion and chloride ion. Okay, it will be in the aqueous state. Okay, next what happens? Water is also there now. So that water, when you pass electricity, water will also be ionized as a H plus and OH minus ions. Okay, H plus and OH minus ions. Clear now? Now here see what are the cations we have and what are the anions we have. If you observe it carefully, so here let us write the ions here. Cations. What are the cations we have? One is a sodium ion, another one is a proton. So cations are the sodium ion and proton is there. Okay now? And similarly, if you observe the anions, what are the anions we have? One is a chloride ion, another one is a hydroxide ion we have. Now here see guys, in electrolysis process, if more than one cations or more than one anions are present, okay now, if more than one cation or more than one anions are present, remember all the ions cannot be discharged or all the ions cannot be deposited. Okay, so whatever the number of the cations it may be, in which only one cation will undergo reduction at a cathode electrode, and whatever the number of anions it may be, okay, in which only one anion will undergo oxidation at anode electrode. Now here question is that, okay, here there are the two cations and two anions. Then which cation undergoes a reduction at the cathode electrode and which anion undergoes a oxidation at anode electrode? This is what our question. So now let's see how to identify that. So for that, to identify the cation which is preferentially undergoing the reduction at cathode and anion which is preferentially undergoing the oxidation at anode electrodes. Okay, for that we have one theory. The theory is called as a preferential discharge theory. Okay, the theory is known as preferential discharge theory. Now let me tell you what is preferential discharge theory, okay, in the easiest way with the funny technique. Okay now, right, let us see the preferential discharge theory first. Later we will come back to, okay, this question. Okay now, right guys. Well guys, now let us discuss about the preferential discharge theory. So what this theory explains? Okay, generally guys, this theory explains about that if more than one kind of the cations or anions are present in electrolytic solution. Okay, so which ion can be discharged at a anode or cathode electrode? So that is what explained by the preferential discharge theory. Okay now, so guys, here see according to this theory, okay, according to this theory, okay, this theory, remember the simple thing is that, okay, the ion, so which requires, least energy, least energy will get okay, deposit first. Okay, this is the simple thing. So the energy is this energy is called as a discharge energy. Okay, this energy is called as a which energy? Discharge energy. Okay, this energy is also called as discharge energy. That means, so whatever the ion it may be, okay, which is requiring the least discharge energy, okay, will be deposited first. That means, so if the discharge energy is less, the deposition phenomenon is more. Correct? If the discharge energy is less, the deposition will be more. So, okay, what we can do is remember, okay, so here discharge energy, okay, okay, is inversely proportional to deposition. Means the ion which is having the very least discharge energy will be deposited first. Okay, the deposition will be more. So this is the very basic information you guys must remember. Now here I will give you the correct order of the discharge energy or the correct order of the deposition of the different cations and different anions. Okay, now let us see that. Also I will tell you the simple and funny technique guys to remember that correct order. Okay, so listen carefully. Well guys, here see, okay, here some cations, group of cations and anions are arranged here in order. In which order? Decreasing order of the discharge energy. So guys, here I told you that if the discharge energy is less, deposition will be more. Okay, if the discharge energy is less, deposition will be more. Already we discussed that now. So if the discharge energy is less, deposition is more. Okay, they are inversely related. Okay, deposition is more. Okay, right. Now see guys, here see, Okay, this is from left to right side. From left to right side, this is a decreasing order of the discharge energy, or in other words, increasing order of the deposition. Okay, so from left to right side, okay, this is increasing order of the deposition. This is for the cations, and this is for the anions. Same from left to right side. Okay, from left to right side. Here see in the both the cases, left to right side. So this is increasing order of deposition. Okay, increasing order of deposition. Okay, so here see how to remember this order. How to remember this order. For this, okay, for this I'm gonna explain you one beautiful story. Okay, one beautiful story here, very easy and funny also, guys. Let me tell you, okay, how to remember order of these cations and anions with a story method. Okay, now let us see that. So for this, guys, here see what I'm telling you that story. See, guys, the story is that, okay, remember like this. Okay, you are the one character in this story. Okay, you are telling what you are telling is, please, okay, please Sony, okay, call Maggie and Jennifer. I'm writing Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer, for the sake of remembering, I'm writing Z. Okay, so Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer. Okay, so why I'm asking them to call? Okay, to protect. Okay, to protect. Cute ma'am urgently. Okay, so this is one story. If you remember this, okay, you can remember the order of the cations. Okay, order of the cations. Let me tell you so how it is related to the cation. These words are related to the cations. Okay, so please, okay, potassium ion, Sony sodium ion, call calcium ion. Okay, call calcium ion, Maggie magnesium ion. Okay, Maggie magnesium ion and aluminum ion, Jennifer, okay, zinc ion. Okay, protect proton, cute, cu, copper, ma'am mercury, remember ma'am mercury, argentum means silver. Okay, like this you can remember. Okay, now very easy now, guys, right? So please Sony, call Maggie and Jennifer to protect cute ma'am urgently. Okay, so from top to bottom, what it says from top to bottom, this is increasing order of the deposition. Okay, now right. And similarly, so what is this? This is for okay, for cations. Okay, this is for cations. Similarly, I will tell for anions also. Okay, so the story is continuous. Okay, it is like that. Okay, what is it? So please Sony, call Maggie and Jennifer to protect cute ma'am urgently. Say no CBI. Okay, we only have to protect. We should not inform to CBI. No CBI. Okay, see, say sulfate. Okay, no N nitrate. Okay, O hydroxide. C Cl minus chloride. B Br minus bromide. I minus iodide. That's all, guys. So this is for cation, this is for anion, cation and anion. Here remember from top to bottom. Okay, this is increasing order of deposition. If you remember this, that's all, guys. Everything will be finished. Now let's see. Okay, now let's see how to answer the different model question based on this. Okay, simple technique now. Okay, let us enjoy this. Okay, applications of this concept. Okay, let's see, guys, how to write it here. Let's go back to our aqueous sodium chloride solution. Okay, now right. Well, guys, here see. So now we are doing the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride solution. In this, what are the cations are present here? The cations are the sodium ion and proton. Okay, and anions are the chloride ion and hydroxide ion. Now let's see which cation can undergo a reduction at cathode, which anion undergoes a oxidation at anode. Okay, now let us see that. So now, okay, let us come back to our preferential discharge theory order. Okay, that is, here see we have the two ions. One is in case of the cations, two ions are there. What are they? So one is a sodium ion, another one is a proton. Now see guys here, from top to bottom, this is increasing order of the deposition. That means which is having the more ability to deposit. When you compare the sodium ion with the proton, proton is having the more ability to deposit at a cathode electrode. Okay now. And similarly, in case of anions, what are the anions? We have hydroxide ion and chloride ion. So which is at the bottom? So bottom can deposit first. Okay now, so that is lower can deposit first, then upper. So chloride ion is there at a lower position, therefore this can be deposited first, then instead of the hydroxide. It means the chloride ion undergoes oxidation instead of the hydroxide ion, and here the proton undergoes reduction instead of the sodium ion. Okay, this is what we can answer. Now let's see, let us write the reactions at anode and cathode. Okay, right guys, here see, in case of the sodium and proton, okay, sodium and proton. So here sodium ion and proton is a lower element and sodium ion is a upper element. Lower element can deposit first. Okay, lower element can deposit. Okay now, clear now, right? And so whereas in case of the anions, okay, hydroxide ion and chloride ions are there. So chloride ion is a lower element, hydroxide ion is a upper element in the series. So which can be deposit here? Lower element can deposit but not upper element. Easy na? Right. Now let us write the reactions here. Okay, let us write the reactions. So what are the reactions are taking place at both the electrodes? So if you see this, here see, at anode electrode, okay, so anion, which anion? Chloride ion. So the chloride ion undergoes oxidation to produce a chlorine gas by releasing electron. Okay, and so here chlorine gas is releasing at anode electrode. And at a cathode electrode, cation, which cation here? Proton gain that electron and undergoes a reduction to produce a hydrogen gas. So if you write overall equation, net reaction, if you write net reaction here, how can you write here? So here see, in the electrolysis of the aqueous sodium chloride solution, okay, when you take aqueous sodium chloride solution, so during the electrolysis process, okay, at anode electrode chlorine gas is liberating, at cathode electrode hydrogen gas is liberating. Okay, so where the chlorine gas is liberating? At a anode, and where the hydrogen gas is liberating? At a cathode. Okay, this is what you can write. Okay, now here see, what about the remaining? So what are the left here? So here see, among the four, okay, here see, sodium ion is there, proton is there, okay, and here chloride ion is there, hydroxide is there. So in which the proton is okay, liberating as a hydrogen gas, chloride ion is liberating as a chlorine gas. And these two are there now. So these two will combine together to form the sodium hydroxide, and it can form sodium hydroxide. Okay now, clear now? So from this, what we can conclude? Okay, these are the important things you guys must understand here. So at anode electrode, okay, chlorine gas is liberating. At cathode electrode, hydrogen gas is liberating, and at the bottom, okay, sodium hydroxide is forming. So since it is forming the sodium hydroxide, here hydroxide ion concentration will be greater than okay 7. Okay, here pH will be okay greater than 7. If the pH is greater than 7, what happens? The solution becomes basic or alkaline. Okay, these are the things we can observe. Okay, like this we can write the so the different products at anode and cathode. If more than one anion and more than one cations are in the competition for the oxidation and reduction reactions at anode and cathode electrodes respectively. Clear now? Now let us go through some other examples also. Okay, right guys. Well guys, let us discuss the second example, that is electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution. Okay now, so aqueous copper sulfate solution, aqueous is there, that means definitely the water can also be involved in the reaction. So now let us see that. So in here copper sulfate is there. So in water it will get ionized as a copper ion, cupric ion and sulfate ions, correct? So they will be surrounded by the water, is called as a hydration. And the next, water is also there na. Water is also there na. So that what happens in the presence of electricity, when you pass electricity, water will also be ionized as a H plus and OH minus. Okay, it can be ionized as H plus and OH minus. Now let's see what are the cations present here. Cations. Okay, what are the cations are present here? The cations are the okay, cupric ion Cu plus 2 and proton. Okay, now, and what are the anions present here? Anions. So if you write the anions, okay, the anions present here are the sulfate ion and hydroxide ion. Sulfate ion and hydroxide ion. Now let us see the preferential discharge order. The preferential discharge order. So in case, okay, to protect cute, madam, protect proton, cute copper. Okay, protect proton. Okay, here see, I told you that. Okay, to protect cute, ma'am. Okay, so protect proton, cute copper. Okay, now let us write that. So that means which is upper element in between these two? Proton is upper element, copper is a lower element. Okay, so here see here. Cu plus 2 is okay, Cu plus 2 and proton is here. Okay, proton is here. So here see, Cu plus 2 is a lower element and proton is a upper element. Okay, proton is upper element. So which will be discharged first? Lower element will be discharged and upper element cannot be discharged here. And in case of the sulfate and hydroxide, I told you, say means first say sulfate upper element. Okay, say no N nitrate, no O hydroxide. Okay, so here hydroxide is a lower element and sulfate say is a upper element. Which will be discharged? Lower element will be discharged, upper element cannot be discharged here. Now here see, at cathode electrode, copper will be involved in the reduction. At anode electrode, hydroxide ion involved in the oxidation. Okay, now let us write those reactions now here. So if you write those reactions, okay, you can write those reactions like this. Okay, here see, at anode electrode. Okay, at anode electrode, the hydroxides will migrate towards anode. Okay, the hydroxide will migrate towards anode. And here what happens is this hydroxide, okay, this hydroxide here take 2 moles, okay, and it can form H2O plus nascent oxygen plus 2 electrons. Okay, it is releasing the 2 electrons. Then here 2 oxygen atoms are combined together to form the oxygen gas. So remember, if a hydroxide ion involving in oxidation at anode electrode, what is the product we are getting here? Oxygen gas is liberating. Okay, now next at cathode electrode. Okay, at cathode electrode, what are the reactions are taking place here? At cathode, which is involving in the reduction? Cu plus 2 is involving the reduction. So that Cu plus 2 will gain those 2 electrons and it can be converted into copper, Cu. Okay, these are the products we are getting here. So at cathode electrode, copper is depositing. At anode electrode, oxygen gas is liberating, but not a hydrogen gas at cathode. Okay, Purida, clear guys? Okay, this is what you guys must remember. Now let us see. Okay, let us see the important thing here. So what are the cations we have? The cations are the Cu plus 2 and proton, and anions are the okay, sulfate and hydroxide ions. So at cathode, okay, this copper is reducing, cupric ion is reducing into copper, and hydroxide ion is liberating the oxygen gas. Next, what else guys here? Here see, okay, these two will combine together. Okay, proton and sulfate ions will combine together to form the sulfuric acid. That means in aqueous solution, proton concentration, okay, will be more. This concentration will be more. So if the proton concentration is more, means the pH will be less than 7. That means the solution will be acidic in nature. Okay, these are the things we can identify. Clear na? Easy na? Right. Okay, let me tell you few more examples. Fatafat here. Guys, see here. The next example is electrolysis of aqueous sodium sulfate solution. Aqueous is here. Water also involving in the electrolysis. So now let's see fatapat. Here sodium sulfate is here. This sodium sulfate will be ionized as 2 sodium ions and 1 sulfate ion. Okay. Also water will be ionized. Take 2 moles. Okay. Will be ionized as a 2H plus 2OH minus. Okay, now, so now what are the cations present here? Sodium ion and proton. What are the anions present here? Sulfate and hydroxide. So if you remember the preferential discharge order, okay, please Sony after potassium, so sodium is here, okay, and proton comes last. So here sodium, okay, is a upper element and the proton is a lower element. So which will be discharged? Lower element will be discharged here. Okay, and whereas in case of the sulfate and hydroxide ion, okay, which is upper element? Sodium sulfate is upper element, and hydroxide ion is a lower element. So hydroxide will be involved in, okay, deposition. So guys, already we discussed now what happens here. So here this hydrogen will be discharged as a, okay, proton will be discharged as a hydrogen gas, and the hydroxide ion will be discharged as a oxygen gas. That means at cathode hydrogen gas is liberating, at anode what happens? Oxygen gas will be liberated, and sodium sulfate is here now. Sodium sulfate remains as such, but what happens is the ions of the sodium and sulfate, okay, conduct the current. They conduct the current through the solution, but which does not involve in overall chemical reaction. Okay, this is what you have to remember. So here at cathode hydrogen gas is liberating, at anode oxygen gas is liberating, and sodium sulfate, okay, will help us to conduct the electricity. Okay, like this you can write. Okay, now, and let me tell you some other cases, the most important cases. Okay, let us see those examples also. Okay, now, right, guys, let us see the another example, that is electrolysis of copper sulfate solution using copper electrode. Okay, these kind of the examples are the very, very important for computer exams. Generally, guys, let me tell you one important thing here. Platinum, generally in all the previous examples, okay, what the electrode we will use is inert electrode. So that is platinum. So inert electrode means the electrode which cannot react or which cannot take part in the chemical reaction or electrolysis process. But here copper electrode, like silver electrodes are there. They are the active electrodes. That means they can be take part in the electrolysis process. Okay, now, right. Now, generally, where we will use this method, where we seen this method, generally this process is used in the metallurgy. Okay, so guys, here let me tell you one basic thing. Later we will discuss about this. So the basic thing is that, so in the metallurgy, electrolysis process is there now. So let me tell you that. So metallurgy in case of the metallurgy. Okay, metallurgy. So electrolytic refining technique is there. Okay, refining technique is there. So in the electrolytic refining technique, generally we can use these kind of the methods, electrolysis process. So let me tell you in detail about this electrolytic refining. So in the electrolytic refining technique, what we will do is, so whatever the metal is here na, so the metal to be purified, okay, to be purified, okay, must be taken as a cathode electrode. Okay, sorry, anode electrode must be taken as anode electrode. Anode electrode is a electrode, so which is the metal to be purified. And whereas cathode electrode is here, so what we have to take the cathode electrode? Okay, the same metal, okay, in pure form. Must be taken as a cathode electrode. Okay, and what kind of electrolyte we have to take here? Here see, electrolyte is here now. Okay, electrolyte, okay, must contain same metal which we are using as a anode and cathode, and it should be the soluble salt. Okay, same metal, okay, and it should be the soluble salt. This is the most important thing you guys must remember. So anode is a electrode. So what we are taking, which metal we are taking as anode? The metal which is to be purified must be taken as an anode, and the cathode is that the same metal must be in the pure form, should be taken as a cathode, and electrolyte should contain the same metal. Okay, same metal. It must be the salt, water soluble salt. Okay, it are soluble salt, and it must contain the same metal. Okay. Now here see, suppose here see, if you take okay, copper sulfate. Okay, let us take the copper sulfate. Okay, na? Okay, copper sulfate using copper electrode. Okay, let us go back there. So if you see our the previous example, here see what is happening here. So in this case, guys, in this case, generally what happens here is, okay, see the generalization I'm telling you. So generalization I'm telling you here. So in the generalization, consider this is a electrolytic cell and we are taking one anode electrode here and take a thin layer, okay, a thin plate of the cathode electrode, connect them to the battery, okay, and where electrons will migrate towards, okay, so this cathode, okay, this is cathode electrode, it is must be in the pure form, and this is anode electrode, so it is to be purified, okay, to be purified, okay now, and we have to take a electrolyte, okay, here we have to take electrolyte, okay, having same metal, okay, same metal, clear now? Now generally what happens here, let us see that. Okay, at anode which reactions are taking place? At anode oxidation reactions are taking place. So here this metal will dissolve in this electrolyte. Okay, so the metal is undergoing the oxidation. By involving in oxidation, it will be dissolving this electrolyte. And what here in electrolyte, what happens here? The metal ion concentration is increasing and anode concentration is decreasing. Okay, anode concentration is decreasing. This in aqueous solution, metal ion concentration is increasing. And these electrons, whatever the electrons released here, those electrons will be deposited on the cathode. So now cathode is carrying the negative charge now. So therefore these metal ions will migrate towards the cathode electrode and they will be deposited on the cathode here. So that means the impure, okay, here see what is happening is impure metal is dissolving in the electrolytic solution by the oxidation, and whatever the metal ion is here, that metal ion will be deposited on the cathode electrode by reduction process. So this is a mechanism, general mechanism is going on in electrolytic refining techniques here. Okay, so now let's see here, let's see our previous example. So in our previous example, let's see what are the reactions are taking place here. So what we are doing here, so what we are doing is, okay, simply I'm telling with the diagram here, later directly you can write. So consider this is a copper electrode, okay, this is also a copper electrode, and both are must be connected through a battery. So which electrode this is cathode electrode, and it is must be the in the pure form, and this is anode electrode, which is, okay, impure, and we have to take the salt of same metal, okay, soluble salt of same metal. So you can take the copper sulfate solution, okay, okay, it will be like this. Okay, now what happens here? So this copper will be oxidized, this anode will be oxidized into copper ion, and these copper ions will be deposited here. Copper ions will be deposited on the cathode. So that means the ions are transferring from the anode into cathode. That's all, nothing is, okay, they are transferring from the anode to cathode electrode. Okay, now let us write these reactions. How to write these reactions? At anode electrode, okay, oxidation is taking place in which the impure copper, okay, is undergoing the oxidation into the copper ions by releasing 2 electrons. And whereas at cathode electrode, okay, so these copper ions gain the electrons, undergoes a reduction which will be deposited at cathode electrode. Okay, this is what happening. If you write the overall reaction, you can write it like this, okay, Cu and Cu plus 2 converting into Cu plus 2 plus Cu. It means that what is happening here? So it's see here, both redox reactions are taking place here, and in this what happens is the copper is transferring from the anode electrode to the cathode electrode. So this is what happening. So these are the products we are getting. Clear, guys? So these kind of reactions you can write. Now let me give you one practice example for you. Okay, hope you can do it and answer. Okay, send your answer by comment. Okay, in the comment box please write your answer. Let us see, okay, what the question I am giving you for the practice. Okay, the question is that, okay, do electrolysis, okay, electrolysis of silver nitrate solution, okay, silver nitrate solution using silver electrodes, electrodes. Guys, can you write the products? Hope you can write. Okay, write the products and please send your answers in the comment box. Okay, like this, okay, we can identify the different products in the electrolysis process at anode and cathode by using this preferential discharge theory. Okay, now, right. Also, if you have time, practice this one also. Write the electrolysis of molten lead bromide. Molten lead bromide. Can you write the products at anode and cathode electrodes? Hope you can write. Okay, now. So right, guys. Okay, thank you very much. Do more practice. Okay, do practice again and again, then only you can remember. Okay, learning is not only important, the revision is the most important, guys. So do more practice and keep in touch, okay, with the subject, guys. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe it, and if you think it is useful, okay, share with your friends also. Okay, na? Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye.